you down there. Someone's gonna have to go next to Facey. It can't be so we'll just go in we'll go in Premier League table order. Eve's on 7 points, right? He's on 6
Corey's at the bottom. I'll make it easy.
Corey, I promise you you're not a bum. Corey, you're not a bum. I promise you you're not a bum. You earn your free. It's like how Roms was on the bottom last week when you get it. Like, it's not a bum thing. I hope you know that in it. Like, it's nothing personal. Like, you know you're a winner on this stream. So yeah, you don't have to do the bummy thing and all of that. Yeah, just know I got you in it. E, congratulations. Big up you on your 3 points.
Thank you.
Thank you. Roms, Nunes done his thing. Big you up. Big as listen, we will talk. You know what I'm saying? Corey Fernandez, silencing the haters, done his thing.
Yeah. You know how it be, man.
Casemiro under a lot of slander, gets the goal to get you back in it. Big yourself up. Casey.
Yeah.
Any
Arsenal with the amazing.
Oh wait, poor substitutions, poor tactics. Couldn't break down a Fulham that's been dubbed as crap.
10 men.
Came back.
10 men.
1 man. 10 men. Christ. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
So, listen, we are back for another episode of Big Six Pants. Listen, I know everyone's missed us. I know we were away for Carnival, so you know what I'm saying. A few of the people did see us in person, so big up to those who did see us and did recognize us. Obviously, we appreciate it. And the nice messages that you guys did say to us in person. So obviously, we don't forget all of that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, joined by the man them today. Kids is not here today. I know. Kids is not here today.
Now, if I wasn't there for my loss, God knows the kick up, the fuss, I'd be. I just want to make that known, innit?
Listen. But anyway, it's been another episode of Big Six Pants. Big up the chat. Make sure you smash the like button. It's the first thing you need to do right now is smash the like button. There's nearly 100 people in here already, and you're not even 5 minutes into the video. So smash the like button. How many likes should we go for today? Chat, give me some suggestions for the likes. Man, what are we saying for the like goal today? What are we saying?
220.
220.
220. Oh, okay. For Arsenal's draw. Yeah, 220 likes can do.
That's the one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say 210, but it's low because obviously we won 2-1 Arsenal. You know what I mean? Everyone had a 2. 2 was very significant in this weekend, but no, 220 is about right.
I won 2 as well. Yeah, 3-0.
Exactly. See what I mean? It's 2 was significant.
I won 2-1.
Yeah,
we won 2-1.
Corey conceded 2.
I conceded
2. But you still got the job done, but conceded 2. No.
Yeah, but I scored 3 though. Don't get cheeky, Rob. Don't get cheeky. Don't get cheeky.
That's scary.
And our case, big up you for showing your face on that, man. That takes a lot.
Listen to me. It's a blip in it. Best thing is I didn't lose. I didn't lose.
I didn't lose at home to Fulham.
Yeah, I didn't lose.
Because you remember treating that game
it's gonna
like
be,
it was a... Go on.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to let me speak or you're just going to like I
remember you saying to Corey speak when spoken to, but because you didn't lose, we won't run that.
I didn't lose. This is my point. Like, man, can verbal, but at the end of the day, I didn't lose in it. So there's only so much that you can verbal me. But anyway, like for myself, the performance was not good enough for the main players, to be honest. Obviously, certain individuals played their part. Vieira had a good game, Nketiah had a good game. The subs which came on, Zinchenko had a good game when he came on. Sorry about my voice as well. I'm slightly losing my voice, but yeah.
Hold on. Casey, pause. Casey hasn't lost his voice because of Carnival, by the way. He lost his voice because he was shouting at his team during the game. That's the thing. Don't think that's the thing. Carry on, King. Carry on.
You're right. But no, yeah, like the star players, the Sakas, poor game. Yes, he scored the penalty, but you know what I mean, all around game was not that. Odegaard as well, poor game from him. I don't think the defense was, so to say, poor in moments. Obviously, for the corner, the goal we conceded, everyone in the box was poor. I think Saka lost his man, to be honest. But everyone will start blaming whoever. But the defense as a whole for that goal wasn't great. But I don't think they were horrific in the game by any means. We controlled it for large parts of the game. We just couldn't break them down. Saka kept getting isolated. And yeah, bro. So
You know what's interesting to me?
Let's stop all that. Stop all that.
I'm just telling you, man.
Objective. No. Yes, this isn't.
So
this
I don't get.
Today.
So you just want to grab? That's fine. If you just want to grab,
we can. There's bits and pieces that we can pluck out and say, oh, Arsenal could have done this better. Arsenal could have done that better. The bottom line is, Casey. The bottom line is Tottenham, who are Tottenham Hotspur. You know, new manager, not supposed to have any heights at any point, not even any European competitions. Liverpool, who what worst defense in the top 6, gaping hole in the midfield. Chelsea's bitches, remember that one as well? Chelsea transfer bitches, all of that stuff. Man United, no, don't know how to use their back line. Don't know where the goals are coming from. Anthony this, Anthony that. Casemiro is awful. Casemiro is this. Now, Arsenal and City so ahead of the pack that's not even close. We're 3 weeks in to the Premier League, and you're on the same points as me and him. And Corey's a point behind you, and you guys play each other.
What does that mean? So listen to the cheek of what you're saying. Listen to
why are you not on 9 points then?
The absolute cheek of what you're saying right now.
I won't say spoken to you, but you don't get interrupted. You don't get interrupted.
Wait, go on. Do your thing.
Now, Casey, my brother, at the end of the day, ask everyone who they've played. I've got Newcastle away. I've also gone to the Bridge away. Yeah? And to be fair, I've had Bournemouth at home. I wouldn't have got my 3 points. So we'll keep that there and precise. You know what I'm saying? Tottenham have played Manchester United. They've gone to Brentford away. And they've also played Bournemouth.
Bournemouth on a 12:30 kickoff.
Got your 3 points, I cost you. Got your 3 points.
Fair enough. Manchester United have played Tottenham away. They played Nottingham Forest at home, which they should have won and they did. And they played Wolves at home. Casey, can you please tell me the 3 games that you have played and where you have played?
Don't worry, I'm not speaking. Don't worry about me, fam.
No.
Because
This is leading to my point.
No, you tell them, because you know.
And Casey, can I add on to this? Could you also tell us who you've played, and if the performances were convincing, let me add that onto it. Let me make it a bit more spicy.
Don't worry, I've got them.
Because last week it was Palace away. That's not an easy game. This week it was Fulham at home. We should be winning.
That's not. I should be winning. I drew. You man are killing me. You man are killing me.
All I'm saying is Casey. Alice, Forest, and Fulham should be 9 points. And again, I don't want you to act like you're little man Arsenal anymore. Little man Champions League trying to qualify Arsenal anymore. That is not who you are.
You're definitely title challenge. Title challenge, aren't you? Title challenge.
You might want to be in the same. If you might want to be in the same conversations as Manchester City, you are going to be treated similar to Manchester City. We know you're not Manchester City, so we're not going to say you're there, but you're there. You are there, whether you like it or not. So now you're going to get scrutiny on that level.
Of course.
Those 3 games, not one good performance in them, and you're telling me, that oh man, like it's shame. This isn't shameless. We're telling you what it is, bro, and it's not good enough. Arteta's doing jiggery pokery, pick and mix with his starting 11. And look what's happening.
It's getting me hot. Yeah, it's getting me hot.
I know it's getting you hot. You man don't want to see Partey at right back. Partey at right back.
It's just not that. I don't mind Kiwi. I don't mind Kiwi at left back, innit? Like let's get into that, because that's actually my main issue. Like, because obviously the players are all right. Like they're not bad players. It's the system that I think the tinkers in the system is what's causing issues. And I'll go into it. Like the first goal, yeah, we conceded that in the first minute, bro. You know that's happened to us bare times. Like more than I shouldn't remember this many first minute goals, but I remember Southampton. I remember this one, obviously, and there was one more which I actually can't remember. But Southampton stands out for me the most because, bro, just lapse in concentrations, both at home, bro. These are games where at home we should be. You get it, like, bro.
Can we talk about
anyway?
That Saka part.
So this is part of the system change. So
and
the
Ramsdale.
fact
I want to talk about Ramsdale because
Casey,
Ramsdale's not
yeah.
I just want to say one thing to you. This is Arteta actually using his brain and trying to think of his own system, not Pep's. And this is what you're getting. You're not getting anything great because he's not copying Pep. I just want to make that known to you, innit? When Arteta thinks to himself, this is what happens. Okay?
What he's doing. You know what he's doing?
You know what's cheeky?
He's trying to copy his answers.
Once again, I cannot accept verbal because no. Wait a second. If you man are verbaling me, 3 of you are on the same points as me, and 1 of you is below me, I can especially not accept verbal about tinkering systems. 1 second, tinkering systems and thinking for yourself not working.
Casey, the point is,
wait. No. Because you man are trying to grab. You man are trying to grab.
Casey, the point is you shouldn't even be on the same point.
Listen to me.
You are fighting.
I understand that.
Hold on a minute.
I understand that.
How did we grab Corey on game week 2? On game week
this
2.
is it, Montel. You're trying to grab me and you're on the same points as the most.
Oh, you tried to grab us on game week. What?
No, but that's losing. That's when that's game week 1, innit? That's game week 1. That's game week 1, innit? That's just early on. But I'm saying, whether we're talking about where they are in the table and that, let's forget about that. Yeah, because that can change next week. You could be 10th next week if you don't win your game. You know what I'm saying? So like.
Oh yeah, it's gonna change because one of you guys will be losers. Someone is dropping points out of your someone is dropping points.
I think it will be me.
We'll see in it. We'll see in it. Right. But in this game, yeah. As I was saying, the point about the change in personnel. When Partey is at right back, yeah. My man obviously does what he's meant to do in terms of inverting and being the extra midfielder, right? But when he does that, Ben White is usually the right back, which would do the overlapping for Saka. So Saka has no one overlapping, and the man's just isolated. And because both of them are out of position, Ben White and Partey, that's why I think Saka just made that blind pass where the centre back would usually be. No one's there, and that's happened. Ramsdale, Jesus, listen. I don't know because
from what I've seen. The discourse, bro. He's been getting off more lightly than Saka. Yeah, the pass was bad, but for me, that is more on Ramsdale. You know what it is, yeah. Like some people saying, "Oh, he's probably expected to go to far post," but it's how it was hit so tamely, bro. There was no conviction. He can get back to the other side and save that. I'm sorry, man.
A good keeper. That's what I'm saying. A top world class keeper, even though will make it happen, bro. For me, it was all wrong the way he backpedaled, bro. A man was like almost anticipating it to go to the left as he's backpedaling. As you're backpedaling, bro, you're meant to make yourself as wide as possible and make it as hard for the striker to make a decision on where to go. Man made it easy by, bro, that's why he could hit it so tamely, because a man's body shape was getting ready to dive that way the whole time. So if a man puts it on your other side, it's too much. And it just, bro, it just wasn't good enough.
What was I going to say? Do you man think Pereira meant that? You think he meant to like do the little open up your body and reverse, or you think it was like a mistake? I think he tried to
I think he meant to reverse it, but I think
opportunity.
That's a great goal.
Was there, Ethan? The opportunity was there, bro.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not easy. It's not easy to get in the tight spot, but at the same time, the opportunity was there, innit? If you're a Premier League footballer, I expect you to be able to hit that. So yeah, bro, it just wasn't good enough. Clinical from them though, can't take it away from them. But bro, it's just poor start, and then you're already starting 1-0 down, and But the lad's done well to get it back. Vieira came on. Class. Vieira played cold.
Do you think your team done enough to win that game though?
On the balance of play, yeah. If you had to choose a winner, if you had to choose a winner, then yeah, it would have been me. But at the same time, if we did win, I'd be like, we got away with one.
Again,
similar to your, not similar to your Wolves because you played poor, but I didn't play that bad, innit? I didn't play that bad, but it wasn't a good performance at all in the attacking sense. Once again, I don't think defensively we was.
To be fair,
I'll be honest, I haven't seen any performance that's been good from you guys. There's been 3 games: Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace, and Fulham. Those 3 games that you could have easily drawn that Nottingham Forest game. I agree with the Crystal Palace game. I think you should have won that, even though there was some controversial VAR stuff or whatever. And this game, I don't even think you deserve to win this game anyway. But I think it's just you finally finished riding your luck, just like me in my situation where I don't think I played well against Nottingham Forest. I got the win, and with Wolves, but I didn't play well against Tottenham. I actually lost the game. So it's like, how many times are you guys going to be turning out these performances until you then just lose?
Yep, I agree. Kiz also has a message for the chat. Kiz, he's not here, but he is in the chat. He says, "My Arsenal family, please be patient with Havertz. He wasn't brought in to be aesthetically pleasing on the ball. Goals in his nature. Wait on him."
When can we expect these goals, fam?
Let's run the housekeeping now. Let me run the housekeeping now, and then we'll carry on. Big up GTV now. There's enough men in the house right now. We're going to go through the comments. There's currently 155 people in the house right now, and we're sitting on 70 likes. So I'm going to need you guys to do is stop what you're doing right now and hit the like button. We should shoot straight to around 100 likes straight away. So make sure what you guys are doing right now. Stop what you're doing. And make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the home straight to 6,500 subs. We are literally about 80 something subscribers away. So we can definitely make that happen within the next few streams. And of course, with the big roundup coming, the preview. And listen, I'm saying, if you guys want to see a guest for the Arsenal United, if you guys want to see troops on the channel, I'm going to need 300 likes for this video. And then we'll make it happen. Do you know what I'm saying? If you want to see that for United, you know what I'm saying? United and Arsenal preview. Smash the like button, man. Listen, you know what I'm saying? So,
we know who I'm laughing.
You know why I'm laughing.
But listen.
No, back to the football, yeah.
Listen, back to the
Kids, I'm gonna need you to explain.
Hold on. Let me the comments wise. Let me just run some of the comments on the Arsenal game. Philip says, "Mons, you didn't answer my question on Saeed's stream, so I'm going to ask you again. What are you saying about our boy Nunes now?" He's
get into that.
Yeah, no, he's done his thing still. I was celebrating hard, but he just does what Nunes does. He does what Origi's done for Liverpool. So again, that's what I have to say for that one. Big up Stephen Dragon in the comment as well. Big up Jay Kismet, you never walk alone in the chat as well. Dominic's in here as well. MX is here. Kunan Patel says Paulinho. Me and Corey were saying this before the game. Paulinho is the difference. I'm gonna say Casey was shouting at
It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
Hey, Ed says Kays ain't here to save Casey from the double team. Oh, listen, I didn't say anything. I didn't say that. I didn't tell him to say that. Just no case as well. Big up Bruna Lee in the house as well. Big up GTV in the house as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to both of those. And also big up Taro Gunner TV and Samuel in the house as well, man. But yeah, Roms, carry on what you was gonna say, bro.
No, I was just to Kiers that bit where you say goals in his nature. I'm gonna need you to explain that one a bit more to me. There's no goals in his nature, bro. I don't know. Stop making things up. There's no goals in his nature. Casey, you would even agree with me, innit? There's no goals in his nature, is there? Let's call a spade a spade.
I wouldn't say goals in his nature, but I get what Kiers is saying, innit?
Of course,
you said a
goal here.
It's not goals. Yeah, it's not goals in his nature, though. That's a bit extreme.
I can see why.
And all I want to talk about is that Arteta tactically is people were saying he's doing all this experimenting and all this stuff. I'm gonna be real. I haven't seen any good. You deserve to win at Palace, but apart from that, I haven't really seen much from Arsenal. This tweak in their system is not working.
You just need to go back to what's working. Yeah, you just need to go back to
the only
Go
back
to Gabriel.
I tried to tell you, man. I tried to tell you, man, before the season. I said Partey starting the season right back. Man, I'm like, no, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. I said, bro, Partey's starting right back in this one. Partey's starting right back. And what's worse?
Havertz is starting every game.
Yeah, bro, but that's probably because of the Jesus injury. So I'll wait until Jesus comes back, and then I'm very interested.
Kids told us Havertz wasn't going to be.
Because I can't lie, Casey, and I think you'll agree. Arteta just needs to go back to what he knows against United.
This is what I said.
Just put White right back, Gabriel back, Vinny back at left back.
I hope that he's doing this because Zinchenko's coming back and he doesn't want to rush him back and have him for 2 games, 3 games, and the man disappears for Casey, 3 months. So yeah, I just hope that he goes back to old school.
This was the perfect game to introduce him. He should have started this Fulham game because didn't he play the last 10 against Palace? 10, 15,
yeah,
Zinchenko.
This is why I don't know what's going on. Yeah. I don't know because for me, it's just mad.
If he does this, bro, if he introduces Zinni, starts Zinni, puts Saliba back with Gabriel, starts White right back, drops Havertz. I know it's bold, but from when you're taking him off the 55th minute, I think Arteta deep down knows. Obviously, you know when you kind of have to die on that hill now, he's still going to have to prove to people. But I think if you go for that midfield three of Partey, Odegaard, and Rice, for me, start Gabriel Jesus. I know you only had the last 10, 15, but I think just... Actually, now start Eddie.
You need that. Do you know what that will do? It will bring the team if we go back to the old school lineup that served us so well at the beginning of last season.
It's been the longest injury. I'll say introduce him early, 60th kind of minute.
I don't even mind Nketiah starting. I don't even mind him starting because for me, he's played well.
This is all too nice to me. If any other manager is here dashing your best centre back on the bench, putting the best CDM in my opinion on your team right back, your £100 DM is the only thing that's looking good out of the whole team, and probably Eddie. Let me not like Eddie Nketiah has been doing this thing very well actually. Let me not even doing this thing. Saka and Martinelli do not look effective on the wings, and the left back problem is still staring us wide in the face. I don't really understand it. I don't get it. I understand why Wright was brought in now. I'm finally seeing it. I'm actually quite an admirer of Ramsdale, but he's making it difficult for me. I'll be honest. And again, the only thing I'm seeing that's positive about Arsenal right now is Declan Rice and Eddie Nketiah and Saliba. But Saliba's always going to be good.
Monto, I disagree.
Saliba even had a few scares in that game.
No, Rice has been excellent.
But Monto, I disagree. The only positive I see is Arteta actually trying to think for himself. It may not be going well.
You're just trying to be funny though.
That's what I'm here with. Arteta, well done, Arteta.
You know what?
For yourself.
You know what, Corey? Yeah. If Arsenal carry on this experiment, I think you don't win. I think you have a smash and grab. But if they go back to what they know, I think they beat you comfortably. I'll be real. But
bro,
you best pray Arteta carries this on.
Go back to Pep. Go and copy Pep, and then you win. That's
it's not.
Don't try to think for yourselves. That doesn't happen. You don't think for yourselves. Go copy Pep.
But I haven't lost. Corey, you know what's cheeky? We've lost. We've lost. I haven't. So I beg you, just chill.
Don't back, Casey. Don't back. Speaking of Declan Rice, big up Winter Gambino with the £2 donation. He says, "Where's Kiz? Need to talk about that Rice best DM." I mean, again, Rice. Big up with the super chat. Rice has been brilliant, but at what cost?
Yeah.
At what cost?
Was he good against Fulham? I don't think he was great against Fulham.
No, he was fine. He doesn't need to be.
Corey, stop trying to find something. Stop. You're lucky Mason Mount's injured. Otherwise, Heat would be on that. Heat would be getting a flag. So just bait.
How about this? What DM looked like they were worth 100 million in that game? Now you let me know.
In what game?
No, Rice.
Corey, that's a shout. So
Yeah, looked like 100.
Oh, Paulinho. Don't even be silly.
Paulinho
Paulinho, remember?
looked like 100.
Paulinho, however, Paulinho had more defending to do as well. So just throw that one in there as well.
So you always look like. Anyway,
no, listen. You know me. I'm a Paulinho fan. Everyone knows me. Bro, everyone knows me. I would have taken Paulinho over Caicedo. Would have taken Paulinho over any bro. Over Jude. All of them, bro. Paulinho is the guy.
It was actually Mont's number one before all these names. Mont's actually said him before all of these names. So when these men said 45 mil from West Ham, no, double that. We want 90. I said I get it. I said I get it because that Fulham team have been looking game week 1 and 2 horrible. Yeah. Paulinho steps back into the team and he's not even fully fit. He's not even fully fit. He busts his shoulder and he's supposed to be coming back after the international break and eased back into the Fulham team. They said no. He said no. I'm ready. He said I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Run it up.
I'm ready. Arsenal, I don't care. I'm ready. And all of a sudden,
even when we played them last season, they were disgusting. Like Paulinho was dumb.
See that FA Cup tie, Corey?
Yeah,
I think they got 2.
I think it was until we got the red card. Paulinho was just chopping man up, locking it off.
Yeah, it was taking them.
Okay.
Even us, opening day of last season, we went there on a sunny Saturday afternoon. Bro, he was giving our midfield the run. Who doesn't? He was giving our midfield the run around, bro. It's crazy.
I'm looking at Arsenal right now, and obviously we're not going to make seasonal judgments. But if Arteta continues this style of play, where Saka and Martinelli are getting the ball predominantly a lot wider, they're not getting the ball face up a little bit deeper and on the inside. If that keeps happening, I'm telling you, Saka's getting no more than 15 GA this season. I might even cheat and say 12, and Martinelli the same. They need to go back to putting them on that, whatever they were doing last year. Go back to that.
It's the overlapping winger, the overlapping right back. Sorry, Ben White was the combination of Saliba, Odegaard, Ben White, and
it's still
Saka.
That's four. Yeah,
it's
bro,
not
it's
happening.
It's happening
because
but
now
you know what
Partey's involved.
It's There's like Partey's still doing it in flashes, but you know what it is? What's a bit mad? Even if Partey tucks in sometimes, the difference is I'm feeling like it's happening in a different part of the pitch. So before it would happen just a little bit deeper than the outside of the box. Now it's happening near the back, not near the byline, but like it's happening
at the byline.
Yeah, there's like less space for Saka to work with. So Saka's having to beat 2-3 man, or he's having to score the
Ben White is not right back.
And listen, I know, but I'm saying that Saka, unless he scores a banger, where's the goal coming from? Or penalty? Where's the goal coming from? And Casey,
it'll have to come from individual brilliance.
So for all you idiots, and you know what? Again, remember, teams now know this is always going to be a harder season for Arsenal. Teams now know what Arsenal are going to do as well now, by the way. So it's like a year into whatever we can predict kind of how Arsenal are going to play. Now, when it comes to being world class, because a lot of people are putting world class tags on a lot of Arsenal players last season. Now, do you know where the real world class tag comes in? When man know what you're going to do and they still can't stop it.
Well, he's on 2 goals. He's on 2 goals. So
he scored a penalty and he scored a banger.
So he's Nunes.
He's got an assist as well. He's got an assist as well.
So he's Nunes.
He's got an assist as well. So what we're not gonna do is try and just like get on to man. Like he hasn't played great, but he's doing what as you like to say Salah does and get the GA. So he's comfortable in that department as of now. We're 3 games in.
Like I said, he scored the banger. And if Odegaard doesn't give him that penalty,
Salah missed the penalty. Salah missed the penalty and scored a rebound. What are we doing? Listen. Salah's been better than Saka this season. I'll tell you that. This is my point, though. This is my point. No. Salah's missed penalties and all of this. Like, so we're not going to take it away from a player that he scored it.
I'm not taking away. I'm telling you that Bukayo Saka is not performing the same, not because he's crap, but because teams now know what Arsenal are going to do, and Arteta's moved the wingers higher up and closer to the back. And
I think it's more so the manager's fault. I wouldn't say you know what he's going to do, but he's not getting on the ball.
He's not getting help. He's not getting helped.
But
this system is not helping him.
Season when Odegaard and Saka would link up and they'd overload that kind of area, it's just not getting done the same.
Ethan, but do you know what's different with energy though? You know when man are world class. Do you know what happens when man are world class and that stuff happens to them?
They're not putting up the numbers.
They're told to do better. They're told to do better. So do you want to go back to just being very good, or do you want to have the world class title? Because when you have the world class title,
I understand this. I'm just letting you know that the system that if we're not just gonna
gets cussed for.
I'm just saying if we're gonna have a discussion about it and not just say that. Bro, if we're gonna have a discussion about it and like talk about the actual situation instead of just saying he needs to do more, like, bro, he's not a fucking. That's not how he is as a player. That's not how he was last season.
I believe it's more of the manager's fault than his fault. But what I'm saying is, man, you lot still aren't understanding the scrutiny that you get when you are elite. Because when man get called elite, the blame doesn't go everywhere else.
Saka's 20, Saka's 21. Let's just chill, fam.
Hold on a second, Casey, we get onto Trent.
Like, how old?
We get onto Trent so much, but it was Klopp's fault. He was Klopp's fault. They like a lot of Trent's mistakes is based on Trent following Klopp's orders to go and do certain things, knowing that he can't get back. Knowing that. So that's Klopp's fault. But we still get onto Trent. I won't speak about Klopp. I only buzz Trent.
Because Corey, the difference is
that's the reality of it, isn't it?
That's because I'm saying when it's Arsenal, but man, because that's the thing, bro. You can't.
But you're buzzing him for what? What's he done? I don't get what he's not done.
No. Stop again. You're being protective of.
I'm talking about Corey.
I'm just saying that the scrutiny. I'm just saying the scrutiny, bro. Right. Like I think Saka's hard, isn't it?
Yeah,
but
bro, it's
even go on, Mons.
Go on.
Oh, I'm saying like even though Saka's not playing well, I'm not going to look at Arteta for that. If Saka's following Arteta's orders, and I know that Saka's doing what he's been told to do. Even I'm a rival fan. I'm looking at Saka, and I will get onto Saka. Do you understand that?
That's the level, fam.
Okay.
Bro, that's Corey, you're spot on. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't claim a man as a level and then not bring the scrutiny with it. Like, understand, and this is what I say. These man can challenge for the title, win 15 games in a row, do all this stuff, and they still will act like they're challenging for fourth place again. When it comes to scrutiny, I'm not talking about the players' talent. I'm not talking about the talent, because there's bags of talent in that Arsenal team. You are the closest to City. You are a brilliant football team, but you can't call Saka world class, but not give him world class scrutiny. Because a world class player should be doing better than what he's doing. But Saka is an excellent player, brilliant. It's not his fault.
Listen. That's what it is, though. He had a bad game in it, and
but on this level, this is the level, Casey. Now, this is the level man's at. Welcome back to the top. How many times I've been telling you, welcome back.
I'm gonna remember this one still. This is
welcome
I like this.
Corey,
because obviously, after this, let's move on, because there's other teams that have good games in there.
When you're like, if a player's playing bad due to them following the manager's instructions, but you're still going to grab the player. You're doing a shameless thing, but there's a lot of truth in that still, because how many times have you seen these world-class players maybe not be playing well due to the system, but they take it upon themselves to do something out of the ordinary to prove their worth? Do you know what I mean? So I think you're spot on. I actually think you're spot on. First, I thought you'd be a shameless, but it is shameless.
That's our roles. Like, that's my role, but I'm honest with it. I'll tell you guys straight. Like, that's my role as a rival fan, to get onto your player. That's my job. You think I'm
That's what
not
Yeah, you have to do it within bro. You have to do it within means of the level. So again, you brought up Trent as the example. I can even bring up someone like Harry Kane as the example, where there's times when he hasn't come up with the winning goal, but guess what? He's having to play cam. He's having to drift off to the left. He's having to drift off to the right instead of just staying in the box where he probably would have scored if he got the chance. But he's too busy trying to create. Score the goal. But I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna tell Ethan, Harry Kane do better. You are world class.
I'm going to say this. Why isn't Harry Kane just getting in the box? Why is he not getting in the box?
You're not looking at all the other stuff he does.
No, like, when we have an objective conversation, we can talk about it.
It's literally.
I don't care.
When Arsenal fans act like, you just can't be allergic to the scrutiny. You can't be allergic to the scrutiny. Big up T for the £2 super chat. She goes, why is Arsenal always above the scrutiny? I'll tell you the answer to that, T, is because they still act like they're challenging for top four. They're still not used to the big leagues. And I don't know when they'll be used to the big leagues. So
when are you man going to stick your neck?
Do you know what kills me? Do you know what kills me?
When I win a league,
do you know what kills me about the logic that's just been said? Yeah, we all watch 90-minute games, so that was bad. But any of our top players now, we're trying to give reasons as to why they're not playing as well. Man, I'm just going to say that. I don't care. Do better. Man, I'm just going to let man know their monologue. Bro, that was all key, but do better.
But that's what I'm saying. So I've got certain man that I'm going to be telling do better, regardless they won the game. But certain man, I'm going to be telling.
No, but you didn't win the game.
Whoa. So wait. So can I say this? Do they just get a bly if their team wins the game? But they had nothing to do with it.
Casey, no one said Saka's had a bad position. Again, this is what I mean when I say you're being protective over Saka.
I'm not.
You're not going forward and go, oh, I'm going to apply this logic here and there. No, but always say.
I just want to apply the logic. I just want to know.
Saka has been fine, and we know it's more so the formation that's making him and Martinelli look not average, but just not as good as not as venomous as they usually are. Because you man have looked like you've lacked by going forward. You have, and it's a system thing. But at the same time, what did Saka do in that first game? He scored a screamer, scored for 25 yards to break the deadlock from a sturdy Nottingham Forest. Was it Forest? You guys played? Who was first game?
Yeah, Forest.
From a sturdy Forest team that looked they looked difficult to break down in that first half.
Forest have been a good side this season so far.
Right.
So
that's my point. So I'm not even saying, just do better when I'm saying I'm just do better and that's it. I'm just saying that you need to understand the scrutiny is going to be a lot more petty at times when you want to put a player into the world-class bracket. Look how we treat Casemiro. Why? Because of his CV, bro.
I don't even think that's a good
example. I hear all of this. I agree.
To go look at
Casemiro and Saka are the same.
No, bro, I'm
using an example. I'm talking teams as top players. I'm talking about everyone's best player. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think just go and speak to Ethan, bro. Speak to Ethan, Casey. Kane will bag 2-3 goals every game. Like bare games, we bagging it, and then they lose. You man are first to say he scores for nothing. You're first to say that. That's the first thing that comes out of your mouth.
I get what you're saying in it, but at the same time, I just want to know, like, why the Saka scrutiny for me in this game doesn't make sense. The people that I'm on the most are Odegaard. Odegaard for me was arguably one of the worst players on the pitch.
Saka's your best player.
I think it was Nelly.
I thought it was Martinelli.
Nelly.
No, Trossard. It was Trossard. It was Trossard. He was
horrible. Oh, yeah, no, Trossard. Sorry, Trossard.
Oh, no. Saka was actually probably your best attacker, and even he weren't that great. That's how poor your forward.
This is why I'm saying there's a lot worse, like, on that pitch last game than Saka. I get will because it's Saka, but these man we need to home in on. Trossard, who I wanted and hoped would have a good performance.
A bit of
let me down, fam. Like,
do you think he goes back to the bench?
Things we've been seeing the behind closed doors. Obviously, pre-season he looked good. As a sub, he looked good. Like, bro.
Do you think Trossard goes back to the bench now?
Of course he does.
Because he played bad.
And Nketiah came off the bench and scored. He scored again. So shots are
Bro.
after all that preseason.
I can't hear what you're saying.
After
Everyone's
all that
frozen on
preseason hype. But listen, man, let's move on to the Liverpool game. Newcastle won, Liverpool 2.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Wow. Again, I don't even know what to say. To go
Sorry, say that again?
win, that is a statement win. To go and beat Newcastle away from home when you all predicted us to lose. Apart from Casey, I think I said 1-1. Might have said 1-1 in the preview. But everyone else, losses. I know Ethan was ready for the verbal. Corey was ready for the verbal, wanted to headbutt me at Carnival. All of that thing.
Corey was giving us verbal the minute it went 1-0 down and Van Dijk. Bro was just laughing.
The Van Dijk, I can't like the Van Dijk hit. It was so stimulus. The Van Dijk one was so stimulus. Like it was insane.
Yeah, listen, man, I'm not ready to say Van Disney, Van de Klein, but the second he's gone, it's a hoo-ha. Oh, it's good.
Yeah, that's my role. I will play it.
It's part of the game, to be fair. Man said Newcastle away, you're going 1-0 down.
It's part of the game. Yeah, I understand it's part of the game. But listen, I'll be real. Like, do you guys think it was a red card? And this is one's for the chat as well. Chat, was the Virgil van Dijk tackle a red card? Me, I think it was a yellow, if I'm honest. But do you know what? Because of how good Isak is, that can be easily seen as a goal scoring opportunity at the same time.
Yeah.
I think he nicks the ball first, innit? I think he just nicks the ball. Some say he gets the ankle and the ball. Some saying he gets the man first. It's split quite a lot of people's decisions. I don't think a 3-game ban is something is anywhere near for that tackle. But what do you man think?
Once I don't think it was. It is a 3 game. I think it's just 1. From what I read, it's 1. But they're going to add on a second.
He's been charged. Though for what he said to the referee.
What did he say?
But no, that's what I'm saying. But initially, it wasn't a 3 game. Wait, was it a second yellow or just a straight red? Because initially, it was just 1 game.
Straight red.
That's weird.
I thought it was a red still. I thought it was a red.
We say how many games he's going to miss? He's going to miss Villa at home.
2.
Villa at home. Who's your game after Villa at home? Villa at home is
Wolves away.
Yeah, that man always turn up.
Dennis you.
Oh, he's back for me.
Might be. I think so.
Yeah, that could be rusty. I'll take it.
I mean, not about rust, but big up T for the seat with the £5 super. She goes, when I saw that red at Carney, I tried to call, but no signal. See, this is what I mean. Trying to call my phone, doing all that craziness. These man will all get this. It's funny how, like, during the goal, man were all pumped. I'm not pumped. They're doing this.
I started drinking more, even though.
But how about this? Man are drinking hard and all that stuff. But at 2-1, man are like, do you think I can?
No, it is because you disappeared, didn't it? You two disappeared, and then I come back and I see you man walking like this. I was like, oh
yeah. Wow.
When once told, listen, when it went 1-1, that was good enough for me because, bro, I said from a week ago, I'll take a point. When once said to me, Robs, we have won. Nunes has scored the late. You remember I didn't believe you once. I said, shut up. What showed me his phone? Bro, I was in euphoria. I said, like, where to you? I started drinking more, I was having a great time. And we come right up to you. We came to you, Corey, and you see your face.
You were walking to me like this. You were walking to me up like this. I was like, oh, I know something choppers happened now.
That doesn't make sense, though. Man actually bagged 2 goals, 10-man down, like.
Yeah, like, bro, how about this? They broke. And we need to talk about, before we talk about Nunes, we need to talk about Alisson Becker, the best goalkeeper in the world. That's who we need to talk about.
I say the Ramsdale's done that. The Ramsdale's done that. Then we talk
like, understand what this guy was doing for us. Again,
that save was dumb as well.
That save was
so dumb.
It doesn't even make sense.
No. But listen, remember, guys, Ethan thinks Alisson's overrated and he doesn't do anything.
2 years ago, fam.
Wait, who was it that said Pope's better than Alisson? Someone said Pope's better than Alisson on his plan.
And Ethan co-signed it. Ethan co-signed it.
I never co-signed 9.
So
Most of the
Ethan,
coast down
where
there.
do you rank Alisson then?
Do you have me on record?
Where do
Yeah,
you
I
rank?
think we do.
Yes,
I think we do.
We do actually. That was
think we
actually
do.
in the stream. That was actually in the
Yeah,
stream.
because we
Ethan,
done top 5 keepers, isn't it?
Where do you rank Alisson?
Alisson went first.
Where do you rank him?
Realistically, he's top 10. He's top 10.
Who?
That's a diss in itself.
Alisson.
Not even a top 5 or 3. You didn't even try and put him in a category.
league.
I said
Bro.
10.
Right.
You know, normally, listen, we all know this. When someone normally says top 10, it means you rank them around 7th or 8th. That's why you're saying top 10
Bro,
to make it
there's a lot
sound
of
nice.
To fit him,
There's a lot of
to fit them in.
How about this?
Word.
Keith and Casey have 2 quality goalkeepers. That's why it's not even a dishonor. Like some teams have 2 good keepers, bro. And Alisson could be anywhere from 5 below, 1 below. He could be the best.
It seems to me, Ethan, that you're not answering the question straight. Where do you rank?
Correct, man. You're not getting that.
Not a general. No.
Enough for that.
Where do you rank? Okay, who's better than Alisson then? Who's better?
I can't answer that.
Some people are saying Cucurella.
No, not in the world. In the league. Who's better than him in the league?
No, I said
no. None. I don't think there is.
I haven't seen enough of Onana.
Excuse me?
Oh, you like Big O?
Yeah. There's a lot of keepers. I haven't seen enough of Vicario. I can't rank him. Up to the end of the season, bro.
Wait, so Alisson has been in the Premier League for 5 years.
3 games.
In the Premier League for 5 years. And you're telling me you don't know where you can rank Alisson in the Premier League?
No, Montel, because Onana was just in the Champions League final. Vicario, I don't know enough about.
Alisson's been in 3 Champions League finals.
The fact that Vicario is getting a mention is what's
what does
killing.
Vicario You even bring up Edison.
Oh.
Well, what you can say is, yes, Ethan Onana's been in a Champions League final, but obviously Alisson's won one and been in one.
And how long ago was that? Because don't tell me you're still living off that 2020.
I'm not saying I'm living off that, but bro, Alisson has been top 3 keepers in the Premier League. We can solidly say for 4 years.
We can all entitled to our opinion. That's the beauty of life. Some people think he's top 3. Some people's top 5.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing right now, Ethan, is you're scared to say what you're not scared, but you don't want to rank. You don't want to put him in a certain place. You just don't want to say it like his did.
I don't want to end up saying he's better than Onana, and then 6 months down the line we find out Onana's better.
It's okay to be wrong. No one's ever right about things. But from the evidence that we've been given and in front of us, who's actually been better than Alisson? I struggle to think of anyone.
No, he's top 3. Fuck it, he's top 3.
Thank you. No Did you say is Vicario top 3 as well?
No,
if Vicario has a good season, he'll rank him high. He ranks Mendy high.
Who else is in that top 3?
Bro, just I can't go into that enough detail. Word to you, man. He's top 3, bro.
No, word to you see what he's doing.
No word to me. That's your opinion. I'm asking you.
All these accolades under his belt: Prem, Champs, Carabao, FA. It's just we cannot compete. We cannot. One thing.
Yeah, he's scaring me.
Great keeper. Great save.
Yeah. Man, the man in the chat, he said you don't want to big up Alisson because of the City team. That's
guys,
that's why Edison's is number 1.
Bit of news. little bit of news for you guys. The Cucurella thing.
Yeah, we'll notice this.
They just Fab just dropped a message in it. It was like 50 minutes ago. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Also, Corey,
it's in the title.
Don't worry. Some more news, Corey. Some more news. Until there's some more news. VVD's night goes from bad to worse. He's being charged for referee abuse.
I just said,
you calm it down. Don't worry.
He got charged for referee abuse.
We spoke already.
All right, no problem, dude.
That's the one.
Stop shouting.
That wag, you know that wag he does. You know that wag. It needs to stop that. Stop the wag. All right.
Yeah.
I know he turned away and his hair slapped his face, isn't it?
Violating. You done that one, cause.
Yeah.
But let's big up Lawazi Lamini for the super chat. He goes, big up guys. Want to sell them over 130 million? No, I'm not selling them over for anything. No money.
Montel, are you starting to believe it?
No. I still don't believe it because I don't believe it.
How about this? How about this, Roms? Are you starting to believe it? Oh, you're not. Well,
not. Only because I told you last time. Listen, I told you last time. Only because it's this late in the window. If you asked me, if this was 3-4 weeks ago, a month away, I'm not.
Would have been a bit more.
Remember, I said, bro, their window doesn't close for another 4 weeks or 3 weeks.
It's the 20th.
That's not even the point.
But that's for Saudi. But I mean, for us, they can get praised. We can't. After September 1st, we can't. So I don't think we're dumb enough to sell him. It's as simple as that.
After I gave you a bit of rate, the honest came out. You're not asking the same question, and you said to me, "I'm sorry, can't lie, I'm getting a bit nervous." That's what you said to me. So I was like, "Oh, really, Rose?"
No, it is. Yeah.
Negotiation.
You know what? I actually remember it now. You know what it is? Because in that moment, as you're asking me, I'm just seeing reports an hour before that. I'm like, is my boy really gonna go? But the more I think of it, like, you know, they say drunk words, sober thoughts. This time it was the opposite. Like, I'm sober now, and I don't believe it. We cannot replace him. We cannot replace him.
But let's just into more positive matters. Darwin Núñez comes off the bench. He was on the pitch for about 17 minutes. Scores 2 goals to win Liverpool the game. 2 shots, 2 goals. Very, very clinical. For me, that is what we need to see from a player who's been very wasteful. The fact, if he can finish like that regularly, then hey, I'll hold my hands up and take back, and I'll apologize, and I'll do what I did with Diogo Jota. However, if we want to be objective about it, he does have to come in. He has to, first of all, he has to work his way into the starting 11. And then he has to do it consistently. Now, whether he can do it consistently will probably depend on how much he plays. Now, should he start next game against Villa? I don't know if Klopp's going to do that. He probably deserves a start after scoring and coming off the bench and scoring 2 goals. But we'll have to see, man. I just feel like what he's done is excellent. And for the people that are trying to clown me, Roms knows my opinion of this. I even said this at Carnival, despite amongst the shouting and screaming. Divock Origi has saved Liverpool in ways like this many times. And I said, if Darwin Núñez is our Divock Origi, I'm taking that, G. I'm taking that. Literally, it's not good enough because it's not good.
For that price, you're taking that, yeah.
Yeah.
The streets don't forget the tag, you know. The streets don't forget the tag.
You can't take that for the price. But you know, if it was up to me, I'd sell him, bro. You know, if it was up to me, Casey. But
I don't co-sign any of this, by the way. I'm just saying,
I don't co-sign that.
Why can't you just praise him? Like, why can't you just praise him and you just? It's
and
like
that's it. And just let it go.
It's like
just praise him.
Because Casey asked me a question and I answered it.
No. I listened to the first things you said before Casey asked you any questions. You said it was a great goal, well done. But I need to see this more. Wait, why can't you just say, Núñez, you done well this game, big you up?
No, he did. I can't lie. Straight after the game, once gave him his flowers.
Oh, did he? Obviously, I wasn't there, innit?
Yeah, he wasn't.
And Roms has said the same thing. Hold up, Roms, don't you think the same thing? You want to see it? Yeah, cool. Once the elation dies down, Roms, what did you say you want to see from Núñez?
Consistency. And I want to see it more.
Right.
I said this
right.
So, but difference between me and you, Mons, this is where it differs, though. I want to see him start. You don't. You want to see him as a constant impact sub. That's the difference.
Yeah, because, bro, I'm happy to see him as an impact sub because I still remember that again.
This is what I'm saying. Look at your face, bro.
Can I just ask you something? I actually know your answer, but I'm going to ask you again. Do you think with consistent starts, not appearances, starts, there's a key difference? He can't conjure up a bit. We've seen the best struggle in their first season. Do you think with consistent starts, we will see a better Núñez? And when I say better, I don't mean pretty. I just mean more efficient in front of goal.
Bro, it's going to be too much of a detriment to the system, and we will finish lower in the table like we did.
Not at all.
The first half, the form I agree with.
It was evident last year when he was playing. Look where we were, and when he wasn't playing, when he was fit, look where we ended up.
I just think
I can't agree with that.
Hold on, no, that's fine. You man, I watch this team week in, week out, and I watch Darwin Núñez, bro. And I'm telling you, man, right now, I'm not saying he's crap. But Jurgen Klopp plays a specific way. Anytime he tries to accommodate something and it don't work, it fucks up everything else. And that's not the player's fault. It's not the players' fault. It's the FSG's fault, and it's the tactics' fault, and it's Pep Linders' fault, and like arguably it's Klopp's fault as well for being so one-dimensional. So that means even if Gakpo comes in and he's not as good as Nunes, even though, in my opinion, Gakpo's better than Nunes anyway. But even if Gakpo isn't playing well, he needs someone who can play the false nine role. You might need to stop getting at me for my opinions on Nunes. Nunes is at the bottom of the pecking order for Liverpool Football Club in terms of attackers. I did not make that decision. Jurgen Klopp did, the guy who's won it all. So to take it up with Klopp as to why he has been fit and he's fifth choice in and he's fifth choice in the pecking order. So you can't say I have an agenda. It's not an agenda when the guy.
I just think because his finishing was so bad, though, isn't it? I think because his finishing was so bad, it looked bad. But how many times did Nunes get in these same situations and just not score it?
You're praising the man, bro. He's at 80 million. You're praising the man for stuff he's supposed to do.
No, I'm not praising him. I'm not praising him for it. I'm not praising him for it. I'm just saying that the guy's got in these positions.
Let me ask you this, yeah?
Go on.
Would you start Nunes in the bigger games then? And I say that to say this. No. His track record, done very well. Scored against City, scored away at Casey's ground, scored a double against Corey's team, right? Scored against Madrid. And against the low block, I actually agree with you. Against the lesser sides, Nunes probably doesn't fit what we're trying to do. But against the bigger sides, we played a higher line, and we've got better personnel this season. We've got McAllister, we've got Szoboszlai. Cool, we had Thiago last season, but you never know if he's going to be there or not. Last season, we had a Hendo and a Fabinho, etc. You couldn't really find him. Now we've got better quality and Szoboszlai and McAllister against the better teams. I think you just need someone to slip him through in behind.
No.
Not even in the bigger games.
No, because man, you can't tell me man weren't finding him when he has the most big chances missed. Can't tell me man weren't finding him.
No. You're not reading the big games. You're going off the other games. Called the City Carabao Cup game. And I think the Spurs game.
3 points against City is 3 points against Nottingham Forest. It's still 3 points. I know you get more.
No. But the question was big games. Forget Forest now. I'm saying the big games. When you start him in the big game with space in behind, with better players in the midfield behind him that have the ability to find him more often.
No.
Because the thing, off your logic, just because he had a bad first.
Like him. How do you know? Like him.
I know he doesn't. I'm just asking questions.
You can't look at things objectively. Like I'm telling you, man, right now, it's with Nunes. I will not play him in the bigger games because of what I've seen in front of goal. And that when I want to see him play is when defenders are tired and they just can't be asked to deal with a man that creates all that chaos and all those runs and that movement. Bring him off the bench. The Divock Origi role is the role that I'm happy for him to do.
I understand
the money we paid, but that's where we're at.
I understand your logic, Mons, but cool. Are you just going to write him off because of the first season? Because what if he's starting the season and he has a better season?
I'm not.
No. I mean, as a starter, forget the impact. Forget the impact.
Montel, that's basically writing him off. You're putting him as your bottom choice attacker. That's writing him off.
I agree with you.
I'm not. Jurgen Klopp has him as the bottom attacker at the club. So
that's not a Mons. He's actually fifth.
Okay, so Montel, where do you have him then? Where do you have him then?
Fifth. He's not better than any of the attackers we have. Is he better than
Salah?
Fifth.
So my point still stands that you have him.
Is he better than Gakpo?
I know.
Is he better than Jota?
I think he's better than Gakpo. But that's just my opinion.
What's he done that's better than Gakpo? Who's had a better time? Who's been better
Montel, yes, you're gonna say attacking returns. I'm not. We get that Nunes has missed goals. I get that, bro.
Yeah, no. He has better GA.
Nunes? That's great, but Montel.
He's played better than Nunes. He's played better than him,
bro. Okay, Corey. As I said, this is my opinion. Montel's telling me his opinion, and my opinion is, as a player, I like Nunes better. I think Nunes is a better player. It's just that he needs some time, bro. That's all.
All right, well,
give a man time, bro. You're seeing what he can do. When he has time to think. When he has time to think in front of goal, it's when it gets all a bit too much at times. But no, bro, when it's off instinct, bro, he's deadly, bro. It's like Rashford, fam. When Rashford sometimes has too much time to think, a man fluffs his lines. He's got better last season. He showed that. But bro, when Rashford just cuts in and doesn't think, bro, and just hits it, bro, knows where they go. When it's off instinct, bro. is when you'll see the best of them.
Yeah,
And Nunes is like that, bro.
That's not
Just give a man.
That's not often enough for me. That's my standard for Liverpool, bro. That's not often enough for me.
No, but Montel, I think the way you're playing, especially the way Salah's playing now, Salah's not. I get that he wants his goals, and he'll have moments in the game where he does do the cutting and try and get his shot off or whatever. But that's what wingers are going to do. That's what goal scorers are going to do. But now Salah's playing a lot of the role where he doesn't mind receiving the ball a bit deeper and finding the people, the extra runners, the man running on. So that's perfect for Nunes, bro.
And Szoboszlai and
that is
McAllister,
Nunes, bro.
he's got more
That's perfect for these man. Szoboszlai can do those runs.
Last thing.
Again, go on. I'd say
I don't want to overrun too much.
For Casey's preference and for Rom's is hopium. That's what I think. None of this is logic. None of it is logic. Barely any.
No, there is.
I just gave you logic as to why he can do that.
I understand what Monts is saying, because you can only go off what we've seen. Yes, he's missed a lot of big chances, frustrating. He snatched a lot. But what I'm trying to say to you, Monts, is don't you just feel this season, give him that confidence, calm down a bit more in front of goal. It's his second season. We know players don't always beat off their first season, because them 2 finishes against Newcastle, they weren't instinct for me. He did have to think about them. He knew he was 1-on-1 and he dispatched them. Who's to say he doesn't have a great season this year? Yes, I understand he can only go off last season, but I think if you actually give him some time, I think he can beat off Ross. And I think the Liverpool fans that don't rate him, what I think you're now doing is, and I hear high stands that you're comparing him to the Gakpos, to the Firminos, who are intricate, you can hold it up and whatnot, but he's not that type of player. And this is what I've been saying.
And I said that's not Nunes' fault. It's the system's fault. If Liverpool are a bit more adept with their system and can play different systems.
How about this? I think Nunes can work in his system. I actually think if you give him
100%.
You see things that don't happen. Again, Nunes is your preference, and my preference isn't a player like Nunes. I like a player like Nunes when Liverpool play a certain way, and we don't play. And I'm not saying Liverpool can't play the way of a traditional 9, but if Liverpool play of a traditional 9, you're not going to get the same. You're not going to get the best Liverpool. I'm thinking of what's best.
When was the last time you played traditional 9?
I'm not playing. The last
time I played
traditional 9, I'd say, was with probably like 20.
It's been a while.
I disagree.
I'd say since Klopp has come in, that's when we've really used the 9 traditionally.
Do you know why I disagree?
With Origi coming in, we've dibbled and dabbled with certain man, but I'd say most likely we don't. But I'm going off what's best for Liverpool. Man are going what's best with their preference with Nunes. That is what I believe.
But the reason why I disagree for this year, why he does suit the system, we've got better quality. We've got guys that will find him. You're Salah, Szoboszlai, McAllister.
Why that's like he didn't get found last year?
He'll get found more often, which will equate to more goals. That's basically my logic. It's as simple as that. I think he'll beat off. Yeah, it is half opium, but I feel like he'll get found more, which will equate to more goals. The probability will get higher more. I'm telling you.
Fair enough.
Bro, trust me, Nunes will cook.
I don't want him to never play for Liverpool. I said I'm happy for him coming off the bench.
I know what you're saying still, but I'm trying to convince you to be a star.
If he comes from the bench, off the bench, and he keeps on doing this, and he earns himself starts from here and there, I'm fine with that. But in terms of all the attackers we have, the closest person he is to is Gakpo, and Gakpo fits the system better than him. If Nunes was good enough, why did Gakpo start straight away? If Nunes was good enough, why was he 6th choice attacker behind Firmino and the rest of them before Firmino left? If Nunes was the best attacker, he'd be starting now, or he'd have at least.
You weren't ready, bro.
At the time, remember, our midfield completely different to how it was last season. Completely different.
Bro, I'll say this: if Nunes had better finishing, he'd be starting.
Say that again.
Bro, just let Nunes have time, bro.
But you're giving me ifs. You're giving me ifs.
He does have good finishing. He's shown that, bro.
This is why
you don't score 32 goals out of nowhere, bro.
Because you got like he had a bad season in terms of finishing, but bro, the more you play, I'd like to think your finishing would get better, especially if you're taking loads of shots in front of goal. So playing Nunes could be beneficial. But then at the same time, it's a low key gamble.
And that Nunes looked like the Nunes.
So I think that's something.
Like the Nunes.
Yeah, I hear what you lot are saying, man. As I said, we won't. I don't think any of us will agree on it. we'll have to see this season. Me and Roms want him to do well. I want him to do well, but I don't see a man doing well when you need rhythm to play. I feel like he's a rhythm and a confidence player. When his confidence is flowing, he can be the best. He can go on to be a world-class striker, but you still have to get that out of a player. And I think with what Klopp wants and how often Klopp is willing to play him, i.e. last 13 minutes, have you not seen the minutes he's been getting for Liverpool? Why is that? Ask yourself that.
And that's why
you can say the same for
and hold on, and people are still saying there's enough goals in the Liverpool team. Nunes isn't even there.
Yeah.
So,
from that perspective,
ask Jurgen Klopp, send an email to Liverpool Football Club and see if he gets back to you. And you will then find out why. But all we can see now is from the minutes he's playing.
Do you know what it is for now? The only way Nunes forces himself into this team as a consistent starter is through the domestic cup competitions and Europa League and his last 10 or 20 when he comes on. If he just keeps bagging the minute he comes on, he can only force himself. Yeah, that's literally it.
I hear it. Listen, and again, I'm just happy that he's not coming off the bench and throwing his hands around and he's, because he's hot that he's not getting minutes. There's always positives to the game, and I think that to come off the bench is a very difficult thing to do. So whenever I say the Divock Origi role, do you know how hard that is? Casey, everyone knows, everyone here has played football. To come off the bench is a different. You have no time to get into the game. You're expected to make an impact without even making a few passes.
That's how we felt with Trossard last season. I get your feeling.
That's how you must have felt, Casey, of Garnacho. That's why I started rating him so highly. Then I saw him starting games, and it's a different ball game. So I hear where this coming from.
Yeah,
I get the impacting. It's not easy, isn't it? But yeah,
of course not. So it's not a diss when I say he can do the Origi role. That's not a diss at all. Manchester United 3-2 Nottingham Forest. Casemiro proving the doubters wrong. Andre Onana. I mean,
not looking great.
But they got the 3 points. Listen, Man United are on 6 points, and they've been spoken about like they're in the relegation zone.
What I will say is, Montel, the difference between first and wherever Corey is 3 points. Like as I was saying, like that's not like we're just talking about individual performances, and Onana was not great. Let's just be real.
Individual performances, bro.
Yeah.
You had Eriksen.
Hold on, Corey. Before you back, I know you got a drop, so I'll take it. So I know you got a shoot out. You will see tomorrow, stream, yeah?
Catch you, man, in a bit.
Love it.
I'm a big up Tottenham, though.
Big up, E.
Go on.
Yeah. You're saying it's individual performances, but again, Eriksen's first game. This is Eriksen's first game. He scored. Obviously, for me, Bruno. Besides from those first 10-15 minutes, I'd say Bruno was playing unreal at times. Some of his balls were unreal. Yeah, Casemiro. I think I'm still looking at Casemiro like.
Do you reckon the goal master performance a little bit?
Yeah. I think he should have had 2 goals. He missed that absolute steal for me. But even then, I still want to see more of Casemiro. Like that wasn't an amazing performance. I think going forward with Martial, I think our attack looks so much better. Even though we didn't dominate the game, purely on the attacking sense. When we go forward, I can understand how we're gonna go forward and how we're gonna try to score these goals. If it be in the cut back to Luke Shaw or whoever was there at the time, this time it was Rashford that put the cross in, or it's getting in the box and trying to overload the box. Like I can see that when Martial plays. When Rashford's there, I don't see it. I don't understand it. So
I hear that one.
I don't know. And then Mount.
But to go 2-0 down, cause does that not still worry you about where you guys think the club at the moment? Like, do you not think a better team than Nottingham Forest holds on to that 2-0 win? And you're looking at that thinking, I feel like anyone you play in the top half of the table is they're looking at you lot thinking we can beat you lot now.
Exactly. And I agree with that. I just think, I don't know why, but even last season, like for corners, like free kicks, putting it in the box, we can't defend free kicks. We can't. We're so bad at it. Like we keep on conceding.
Is that a Varane thing?
Huh?
Is that a Varane thing that he's not there?
I think it is a Varane thing, but at the same time, I think it's just a back four thing. Because you know, last season we was looking at Wan-Bissaka's back post. Brother cannot defend the back post, and then this time it was I can't remember. No, in reality, when you're picking up your man, like why is Rashford on like Bolly, or they've got like Sancho if he's playing on like one big striker or big defender, like it's the mismatch is crazy, and I feel like we need to communicate that and make sure that we've got the players, the tool players on the right people, and we haven't done that, and that's why we concede. Like the Bolly one, I think it was Rashford and like maybe Ericsson on Bolly.
But you know, to be fair, what was crazy about that goal is Bolly didn't even jump. It looked like it hit his head.
Exactly.
It looked like it hit his head.
It did. I swear it did hit his head.
It looked like it just hit him.
And
we just can't defend these corners, bro. It's bad. We need to fix it.
And then someone headed it and it came off him. And
I'm not gonna lie, innit? Corey, you know the window closes in 2 days, and Amrabat, I haven't even seen like a medical, bro. I still think he can go, bro. It can happen, but bro, each day, Corey, is the 30th tomorrow. Deadline day the day after that. Deadline on Thursday.
I just think that even though I'm seeing all the tweets and that from Fabrizio, like brother's still sitting there waiting. He said, "Oh, waiting for the final day for Manchester United." So I'm just like, this Van der Beek situation, because I think Van der Beek's meant to be leaving. I think once that's resolved, we will make our attempts or start speaking to Florentina for Amrabat. But getting I think that's always been Manchester United's problem for the past years, getting players out and selling them for not even an amazing price, just selling them for a decent price. We can't do that. I don't remember the last time we flipped profit on a player. Like it's been that long. I don't remember.
So I'm not gonna lie. Like obviously you've won your game. So
maybe Dan James.
The verbal isn't heavy like
us. Maybe Dan James.
I think Corey, that it's hard to even gauge where Man United are, and obviously just to touch on the Cucurella thing as a stopgap, I don't even know if I agree with that one. Cucurella is quite an odd one for me because cool, he had a good stint at Brighton, but he joined with the same manager at Chelsea. The system wasn't completely different. He wasn't asked to do the world. I can only remember one good game from Cucurella in the Chelsea shirt, and that was Dortmund away in the Champions League. And it's like he's getting all these excuses saying, but Chelsea were crap. So how can you expect Cucurella to be good? All right, then why did Lewis Hall look brilliant when he came into the Chelsea team?
I agree, bro. I'm not saying
it's not gonna work. But it's a weird. Kyle Walker-Peters would have looked like a better option to me. I don't know. I just feel like Cucurella. I don't know. Casey Rome's. I don't know what you're thinking of this Cucurella.
Kyle Walker-Peters, I think is a better player, but I don't think United are looking for a permanent. If I'm gonna be honest, obviously the Luke Shaw thing came as a because obviously Cucurella's they're looking for a loan with potential options, and we don't know the extra parameters in terms of that, but they're looking for an initial loan. Like I think that's what United are looking for. I think Kyle Walker-Peters represents a buy and someone not for the future, but to almost challenge Luke Shaw now, basically. So
I don't
Cucurella for me isn't a good option anyway, but I get that they're trying to get a loan, so they need to look at loans, not permanent.
Like I said, like a stopgap, I can kind of hear it. Shout out Don, because another thing where I feel like United are looking at Cucurella. Apparently, his injury record is sublime. Like he's rarely injured, so it will be a constant in that sense. I think he's a cold player, but like Mont said, from when you made your move to Chelsea, that has a similar system under your same manager. Yeah, there were other things wrong with the Chelsea team, but you would expect him that bigger move. I know, obviously, sometimes you have pressure of a bigger move, but I would have thought he would have done better. He kind of got ousted out of that team quickly, and the abundance of injuries they had. That's even more worrying because with the massive injuries you have, you would think you'll have more game time, yet you got shifted. I don't know, man. I think this is one where you're kind of just gonna have to wait and see because and I think what's key as well is United getting that midfielder. Because Cucurella, from what I've seen, he loves to link with the midfield quite a bit. He's not really. He doesn't really strike me. Brighton, yes, but his recent time at Chelsea doesn't really strike me as that byline kind of anymore. So
he's not good. You saw how much he didn't pass the ball to Mudryk. He killed Mudryk. Mudryk is great, but he was killing Mudryk. You can't afford that time.
I don't have to take it too seriously, but have you seen a lot of the stills? Have you seen a lot of the still images where the pass is on and he's going on? It's crazy.
Bro. So it's one of them ones, isn't it? I think the way I look at it is that Chelsea have Ben Chilwell. Who do they have after that? And they're still getting rid of my man. What does that say? And also, you're looking at Cucurella and going, is he better at left centre back than Luke Shaw? Absolutely not. Is he a better left back than Luke Shaw? Absolutely not. So I understand United are in an emergency problem. I personally think maybe they should have looked to the youth because if you bring in a youth at left back and in today's market, if a youth player comes into the team and has half a good season, you're immediately getting 40+ million. Immediately. Yeah. If he so much has a good season, you're seeing 60 million. You shot that you can go for 60 million.
That's like Ian Maatsen now, because like you said, they've got Chilwell and Maatsen. Maatsen's had a few good seasons in the championship and he's still ahead of you. We want to speak about pecking orders. He's still ahead of Yeah, I see that actually. He's not in the squad months. Hopefully, anyway.
2 days after the window, man. I'm not ready to be hurt again. I ain't ready to be hurt again. I can't lie. But
yeah, he's third choice. He's first choice. Maatsen's come back off a loan and is second in the pecking order straight away.
What I'm saying, listen, if it works, it works. Maybe again, players play under the wrong manager, and it's all about systems. My same argument with Nunes. It's all about systems. I think Nunes will cook for a team like United. That's why I'm actually slightly thinking when Højlund comes in, he could do a 10 in terms of the way maybe Ten Hag. You see the way Ten Hag's playing now, United just looks shit. But maybe you put the 9 in there. Does that change everything? This is why it's so hard to gauge them because they're still picking up points while playing like again. They're talking like Man United like they're in the relegation zone. That's how Man U are being.
Like we haven't won a single game.
Yeah,
like, I haven't won a single game.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to big bad Arsenal, who are on the same like 1 point. Like it's big
Bro,
bad.
This is what happens.
So I'm gonna say they're 1 point behind you as well. They're 1 point behind
exactly.
you. Let's not just point me out.
Talking about Liverpool like I'm done out though. No, Casey, but people talk about Liverpool like we're done out.
And you man are talking about me like I'm done out, bro.
What?
You man are talking about me like the whole Partey Havertz thing is I'm done out, bro. Don't act like what you lot are bigging up my team.
You said you've had you've plugged in every hole you need to plug it in the window. You're the closest thing to City. What do you mean? No, that's just high standard.
Injuries, bro.
No. Again, we weren't allowed to use injuries.
That has nothing to do with the system. The players available still could have come in. That's on your manager, bro.
Casey, you're giving me Champions League 4th place challenging excuses. Please. Right, cool. Casey, when we speak about Arsenal, we speak about high standards. Liverpool and United are being spoken about like
Fulham have gone 1-0 up. Just to say, Fulham have gone 1-0 up.
Oh yeah, I saw it too.
Yeah,
I saw it too. Speaking of Fulham,
Bobby Reed, yard man.
Yeah, Bobby Reed. Tottenham,
I like Bobby
Maddison. We do need to big up Ansbro and Maddison just briefly before we go. I'm not gonna lie, because obviously Tottenham they couldn't get the plaudits today like they would usually do because again Manchester United decided to come back from the 2-0 deficit. Nunes decided
the game was so early, innit? It was Saturday 12:30. It's now Tuesday. a little while
Yeah,
ago.
and obviously, as I said, Nunes goes and saves Liverpool. Arsenal drawing is massive news. That's big news at any point in the world as well. So again, listen, hey, City didn't even get airtime today. You know what I'm saying? So, and were they even as convincing as they usually are? See, that's a conversation for another day as well. You know what I'm saying? But James Maddison and Salah cooking, man. They're cooking. James Maddison stays fit. Tottenham got a real shout at top 4, man. He stays fit. But will he stay fit? Has he ever stayed fit? Has he ever stayed fit?
Forget top 4. If James Maddison stays fit, they've got a chance to win a cup.
Yeah, they. Oh, yeah. Corey, I mean, they're 1-0 down. But
I mean, yeah.
Wait, they're 1-0 down. Oh, yeah, it's a full minute.
It wasn't Bobby Reed. It's gone down as a Van de Ven own goal.
Oh, that's the one. Hook me up.
That's the one.
Hook me up.
Casey, hook me up.
Get me in.
Hook me up.
Hook me in. I'm here.
No, it's literally that, man. No, but big them up though, because
123 minutes of content today was supposed to be 1 hour 15 minutes because of how much we had to cover in terms of the new news. But we should be going back to our 1 hour times from tomorrow and all that stuff. So listen, make sure you smash the like button. How many likes are we on before we close out? We're on 139 likes. Let's get 11 more likes before the stream ends, and let's at least get to 100.
Man said, likes. Wait, Assad, big up Assad's comment. That's killing me.
And said, Judge,
respect him, man. And that is why we're not going to speak on Chelsea, because you can't be dissing the yard, man.
Chicken, why not? No,
it's just cheeky.
What I'm going to say to you, Assad, is don't let Owen. I don't know how to pronounce man's name. I always butcher it. But just don't let Owen Ini, Alanga, and them man there. Alanga. Listen. Lord help me, I don't know how to pronounce the name. And Gibbs White and them, man, come to the bridge and start dancing, bro. Do your job, Assad. Make sure. Because it will be so... Listen, would any of you be surprised? It will be such Chelsea to just draw that. I don't think they'll lose, but to just draw that game. 3 p.m. at the bridge, and it's just like a 0-0 or 1-1.
Bro, Aurioli's top goal scorer right now. Let's put some respect on the man's name.
Wait, 3 or 2? 3, innit?
He's got 3. He's bagged in every game.
Yeah, bagged 3 quick.
That's what's important. Not he hasn't bagged the brace and
Antonio
or a man. Antonio's on 2 or 3 as well.
I think Antonio's got a couple.
But my thing is, Aurioli scored in every game. That to me is more important than bagging a brace and then blanking and like.
Oh, because
the consistent goal scoring in every game, that's important, bro. And the man's bagged in every game.
I'll be real. Wait. Casey, at the same time, West Ham have played Brighton and Chelsea and beat them both.
Yeah, bro, I was the one that I was bigging up West Ham. So don't be the man number telling me West Ham were done and gonna lose.
They beat them both.
Why do you think Bowen's in my fantasy? Let's not talk about that. That shows where my heart's at. Yeah, that shows. I backed West Ham. Don't worry.
That's crazy.
You got me. I was thinking. I thought Moyes would destroy that. And hear this, Kate. Hear this, man. Moyes said, "Hear this. Goodness is to be added to this." You know how mad that is?
It's crazy. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But listen, you're gonna move. Take care for another episode of Big Six Bands. Catch us some more around 5 till 6, around that time. Take care, people. Make sure you smash the like button and leave a comment. We will see you soon.